The map of California tells one story. The Lost Coast and Redwood country tell another. Picture this: towering redwoods stretching into the clouds, rugged beaches where the waves never seem to stop, and quiet towns where life moves at a slower, simpler pace. Imagine waking up to cool ocean air, friendly neighbors, and streets filled with history instead of traffic. Here's what I love about this region. It proves that the best parts of California aren't always the most famous. In this documentary, we're exploring 12 real towns hidden along California's Lost Coast and Redwood country. We'll uncover their history, local traditions, housing markets, and the everyday lifestyle that draws retirees, artists, and nature lovers alike. Some were built on logging, others on fishing, but each has a story worth telling. By the end, you might just discover the California town you've been searching for. Number 12, Crescent City. Picture this: the first rays of morning sunlight break through a blanket of coastal fog as waves roll gently onto the shoreline. Harbor seals bob in the water, fishing boats ease out into the Pacific, and towering redwoods stand only a short drive away. Welcome to Crescent City, a small coastal community in Del Norte County with a population of just over 6,500 people. Founded during the California Gold Rush in the early 1850s, the town quickly became an important shipping port for miners and lumber operations. One remarkable piece of its history is its resilience. After the devastating 1964 tsunami, the largest ever recorded to strike the U.S. Pacific coast, Crescent City rebuilt and continues to thrive today. Here's what I love about it. This is a place where nature shapes everyday life. The local economy revolves around fishing, tourism, healthcare, government services, and the timber industry. Home prices remain lower than in much of coastal California, with median values generally hovering in the mid-$300,000 range, while Zillow has shown steady demand driven by buyers looking for affordable coastal living. Imagine spending weekends exploring Redwood National and State Parks, visiting Battery Point Lighthouse, or watching sunsets over the harbor. The annual Sea Cruise celebration brings classic cars, live music, and neighbors together, reflecting the town's strong sense of community. Of course, coastal storms, cool weather, and the constant possibility of tsunami warnings aren't for everyone, but for those seeking dramatic scenery and a slower pace of life, Crescent City offers a lifestyle that's difficult to match, and just wait until you see the quiet Victorian town waiting at number 11. Number 11. Ferndale. Picture this: a quiet Victorian town where colorful 19th century buildings line Main Street, dairy farms stretch across green pastures, and morning fog slowly lifts to reveal one of Northern California's most charming communities. Welcome to Ferndale, a town of about 1,400 residents in Humboldt County. Founded in 1852 by settlers drawn to the area's rich farmland, Ferndale soon became the heart of Humboldt County's dairy industry. One unique piece of its history is that many of its beautifully preserved Victorian homes were built with fortunes earned from dairy farming rather than logging or gold, earning the town the nickname the Victorian Village. Here's what I love about it. Walking through downtown feels like stepping onto a movie set. The local economy is supported by dairy farming, tourism, small businesses, and hospitality. Housing prices are generally more affordable than California's larger coastal cities, with median home values often ranging from the mid-$400,000 to low $500,000, while Zillow has shown steady interest from buyers looking for historic homes and a quieter lifestyle. Imagine spending afternoons browsing antique shops, relaxing in cozy cafes, or exploring nearby Centerville Beach. The annual Humboldt County Fair, California's oldest continuously operating county fair, remains one of the town's biggest traditions. Of course, the remote location means fewer job opportunities and shopping options than larger cities. But if timeless charm and a close-knit community appeal to you, Ferndale is hard to forget. And the next town on our countdown offers a completely different side of Redwood country. Number 10. Fortuna. Picture this: You're strolling beneath towering redwoods as the scent of fresh pine mixes with cool ocean air. Just beyond the forest, you'll find Fortuna, a welcoming town in Humboldt County with a population of about 12,000 residents. Founded in 1875, Fortuna grew rapidly as the logging industry expanded across Northern California, later becoming an important center for dairy farming and agriculture. One fascinating historical fact is that its nickname, the Friendly City, has been proudly embraced for more than a century, reflecting the strong community spirit that still defines the town today. Here's what I love about it. Fortuna offers the perfect balance between small-town comfort and everyday convenience. The local economy is driven by healthcare, agriculture, timber, tourism, and local businesses, providing more employment opportunities than many neighboring communities. Median home prices generally fall in the mid-$400,000 range, while Zillow trends show consistent buyer interest thanks to the area's affordability compared with much of California. Imagine enjoying the annual Redwood Auto Expo, exploring Roner Park with its towering redwoods, or sipping coffee in a downtown cafe where locals greet each other by name. Of course, frequent rain and limited nightlife may not suit everyone, but if you're searching for a peaceful community surrounded by nature without giving up modern essentials, Fortuna deserves a closer look. And the next town on our countdown brings an entirely different coastal charm waiting just around the bend. Number 9. Trinidad. Picture this. Colorful fishing boats sway gently in the harbor as sea lions bark in the distance. Towering spruce trees frame dramatic ocean cliffs, and the salty breeze carries the unmistakable scent of the Pacific. Welcome to Trinidad, a tiny coastal town in Humboldt County with a population of just over 300 residents. Founded in 1850, Trinidad is one of California's oldest incorporated cities. Long before European settlers arrived, the area was home to the Eureka people, whose deep connection to this coastline continues today. One remarkable historical fact is that Trinidad Harbor became an important shipping point during the gold rush, supplying inland mining communities when Northern California was rapidly growing. Here's what I love about it. Few places blend rugged coastline and peaceful living quite like Trinidad. The local economy revolves around tourism, commercial fishing, hospitality, and small local businesses. Housing is more expensive than many neighboring towns because of its spectacular oceanfront location, with median home prices often exceeding $700,000, and Zillow trends continue to show strong demand for its limited inventory. Imagine spending your mornings exploring Trinidad Head, watching migrating gray whales from the cliffs, or enjoying fresh seafood at a cozy local cafe overlooking the harbor. The annual Trinidad Fish Festival celebrates the town's rich maritime heritage and close-knit community. Of course, the high cost of housing and limited shopping can be challenging for newcomers. But if breathtaking scenery is what you're after, Trinidad is hard to beat. And the next town on our countdown reveals yet another hidden gem beneath the towering redwoods. Number 8. Willow Creek. Picture this. A narrow mountain road winds beside the Trinity River. Towering pines replace city skylines, and the sound of rushing water becomes part of everyday life. Welcome to Willow Creek, a quiet community in Humboldt County with a population of around 1,200 residents. Established during the gold rush of the 1850s, Willow Creek first grew as a supply stop for miners searching the Trinity River for gold. One of its most unique historical claims to fame is that it has become known as the Bigfoot capital of the world, thanks to the famous 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film that allegedly captured the legendary creature just miles away. Here's what I love about it. This is a town where adventure begins right outside your front door. The local economy is supported by tourism, forestry, outdoor recreation, government services, and small businesses. Home prices remain relatively affordable by California standards, with median values generally in the low to mid $300,000 range, while Zillow trends show steady interest from retirees and buyers looking for a slower, nature-focused lifestyle. Imagine casting a fishing line into the Trinity River, hiking nearby forest trails, or chatting with friendly locals over coffee after exploring the Bigfoot Museum. Every September, Bigfoot Days brings thousands of visitors for parades, live music, and community celebrations. Of course, the town's remote location means fewer healthcare options and longer drives for major shopping. But if peace, wilderness, and a touch of mystery sound appealing, Willow Creek may feel like home. And the next town on our countdown offers a completely different glimpse into California's legendary redwood country. Number 7. Garberville. Picture this. Morning sunlight filters through towering redwoods as travelers pause along the legendary Redwood Highway, and the aroma of fresh coffee drifts from small local cafes. Welcome to Garberville, an unincorporated community in Humboldt County with a population of about 900 residents. Founded in the late 1800s as a stagecoach stop, Garberville grew alongside the logging industry before evolving into the commercial heart of southern Humboldt. One fascinating historical fact is that it became a key supply center for the surrounding timber camps, helping shape the development of this remote region for generations. Here's what I love about it. Garberville feels like a gateway to some of California's most breathtaking landscapes. The local economy is fueled by tourism, healthcare, retail, forestry, agriculture, and nearby vineyards, creating a diverse mix of small-town businesses. Housing prices remain lower than much of coastal California, with median home values generally in the mid-$300,000 range, while Zillow trends show steady interest from retirees and buyers seeking a quieter lifestyle surrounded by nature. Imagine spending weekends exploring Humboldt Redwood State Park, driving the spectacular Avenue of the Giants, or browsing local farmers markets where neighbors know each other by name. The annual Southern Humboldt Community Park events and seasonal festivals bring the town together throughout the year. Of course, limited shopping, healthcare specialists, and job opportunities mean city conveniences are never just around the corner. But if you're looking for peaceful living beneath some of the tallest trees on Earth, Garberville is difficult to overlook. And the next town on our countdown offers an even deeper connection to California's rugged coastal beauty. Number 6. Eureka. Picture this. Elegant Victorian buildings stand proudly along a working waterfront as fishing boats glide across Humboldt Bay beneath a blanket of coastal mist. The streets are alive with local cafes, colorful murals, and centuries of history. Welcome to Eureka, the largest city in Humboldt County, with a population of about 26,000 residents. Founded in 1850 during the California Gold Rush, Eureka quickly became one of the state's most important lumber and shipping ports. One remarkable historical fact is that the world-famous Carson Mansion, built in 1886 by lumber baron William Carson, is widely considered one of the finest examples of Victorian architecture in America. Here's what I love about it. Eureka combines historic charm with the conveniences of a larger town while still feeling connected to the surrounding redwood forests. The local economy is driven by healthcare, education, government services, tourism, commercial fishing, and the timber industry. Median home prices generally range from the mid-$300,000 to low $400,000. And Zillow trends continue to show steady buyer demand because the city remains far more affordable than most of California's coast. Imagine exploring Old Town's art galleries, enjoying fresh seafood along the bay, or spending an afternoon at Sequoia Park beneath towering redwoods. Annual events like the Redwood Coast Music Festival bring the community together with live entertainment and local culture. Of course, frequent fog, rainy winters, and some neighborhoods facing economic challenges may not appeal to everyone. But for those seeking history, coastal beauty, and everyday convenience, Eureka offers a lifestyle that's surprisingly attainable. And the next stop on our countdown reveals a hidden riverside community where life slows down even more. Number 5. Rio Dell. Picture this. The gentle flow of the Eel River reflects the morning light, while towering redwoods rise in the distance, creating a peaceful backdrop for everyday life. Welcome to Rio Dell, a small city in Humboldt County with a population of around 3,300 residents. Originally known as Eagle Prairie, the community grew rapidly in the late 1800s as the lumber industry expanded throughout the region. One fascinating historical fact is that Redwood became a major railroad hub for transporting massive redwood logs, playing a vital role in Northern California's timber boom for decades. Here's what I love about it. Redwood is the kind of place where neighbors know one another, traffic is almost non-existent, and nature is never more than a few minutes away. The local economy is supported by healthcare, education, retail, small businesses, and nearby timber and agricultural industries. Housing remains among the more affordable options on California's North Coast, with median home prices generally in the low to mid $300,000 range. Zillow trends have shown steady interest from buyers looking for budget-friendly homes within easy reach of Eureka and the Avenue of the Giants. Imagine spending weekends fishing on the Eel River, exploring nearby Humboldt Redwood State Park, or enjoying community events that bring residents together throughout the year. Of course, shopping, entertainment, and specialized healthcare require trips to larger nearby cities. But if affordability, peaceful surroundings, and a close-knit community are high on your list, Redwood is a place worth considering. And the next town on our countdown takes us even deeper into the heart of California's legendary redwood country. Number 4. Arcata. Picture this. Towering redwoods surround a lively town square where students, artists, and longtime locals gather beneath the shade of giant maple trees. The aroma of fresh coffee drifts from independent cafes, musicians perform on street corners, and the cool coastal breeze reminds you that the Pacific Ocean is only minutes away. Welcome to Arcata, a city in Humboldt County with a population of about 18,000 residents. Founded in 1850 as Uniontown during the California Gold Rush, it soon became an important center for lumber and shipping. One unique historical fact is that the city changed its name to Arcata in 1860, adopting a word believed to come from the Yurok language meaning, where there is a lagoon. Here's what I love about it. Arcata blends small-town charm with an energetic, creative spirit. The local economy is powered by education, healthcare, tourism, retail, and environmental research, with California State Polytechnic University, Humboldt, serving as the city's largest employer. Home prices are generally higher than in neighboring communities, with median values often in the mid-$500,000 range, while Zillow trends continue to show steady demand because of the university and the town's desirable location. Imagine strolling through the Arcata Plaza Farmers Market, hiking the nearby Arcata Community Forest, or watching sunsets over Humboldt Bay. Annual events like the Oyster Festival celebrate the region's coastal heritage and bring the community together. Of course, higher housing costs and limited big city amenities can be drawbacks for some. But if you value nature, culture, and a welcoming atmosphere, Arcata is a place that's easy to fall in love with, and our next destination may be the most peaceful surprise of them all. Number 3. Blue Lake. Picture this. A peaceful river winds through towering redwoods as the sounds of birds replace the noise of traffic. Historic brick buildings line a quiet main street where neighbors greet each other by name, and the pace of life feels refreshingly unhurried. Welcome to Blue Lake, a charming city in Humboldt County with a population of about 1,200 residents. Incorporated in 1910, Blue Lake first flourished as a logging and milling town, with the nearby Mad River providing an important transportation route for timber. One fascinating historical fact is that the community was once home to several bustling lumber mills that helped fuel Northern California's booming timber industry during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Here's what I love about it. Blue Lake has managed to preserve its small-town character while embracing arts and community life. The local economy is supported by manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, local businesses, and entertainment, including the popular Blue Lake Casino Hotel on tribal land just outside the city. Housing prices generally fall in the low to mid $400,000 range, and Zillow trends show consistent interest from buyers seeking a quieter alternative to nearby Eureka and Arcata. Imagine spending afternoons kayaking on the Mad River, enjoying live performances at Del Arte International, or relaxing in one of the town's cozy cafes. The annual Annie and Mary Day Festival celebrates the area's railroad history and strong community spirit. Of course, employment opportunities remain limited compared with larger cities, and many residents commute for work. But if you're searching for a friendly community surrounded by forests and rivers, Blue Lake offers an unforgettable lifestyle. And the next town on our countdown may be the most breathtaking coastal escape yet. Number 2. Shelter Cove. Picture this. A winding road descends through dense redwood forests before revealing dramatic ocean cliffs where waves crash endlessly against the rugged shoreline. The air smells of salt and pine, and sunsets paint the Pacific in shades of gold and crimson. Welcome to Shelter Cove, a small, unincorporated community in Humboldt County with a population of around 700 residents. Developed primarily during the mid-20th century, Shelter Cove sits along California's legendary Lost Coast, one of the most isolated and untouched stretches of coastline in the state. One fascinating historical fact is that the community was originally envisioned in the 1960s as a large coastal resort, but the region's rugged terrain and remote location kept it from becoming the massive development its founders imagined. Here's what I love about it. Shelter Cove feels like stepping into a world that modern California almost forgot. The local economy depends on tourism, fishing, vacation rentals, hospitality, and small local businesses. Housing prices remain surprisingly attainable for an oceanfront community, with median home values generally ranging from the mid-$300,000 to low $400,000, while Zillow trends continue to show interest from buyers seeking remote coastal properties and retirement homes. Imagine spending your mornings hiking the Lost Coast Trail, spotting migrating whales from Black Sands Beach, or enjoying fresh seafood while overlooking the Pacific. The annual Shelter Cove Arts and Music Festival brings together locals and visitors in celebration of the community's creative spirit. Of course, the isolation means limited health care, shopping, and long drives to larger towns. But if peace, natural beauty, and the sound of the ocean are what you've been searching for, Shelter Cove is difficult to match. And the number 1 town on our countdown combines affordability. Number 1. McKinleyville. Picture this. The morning begins with a cool Pacific breeze as sunlight filters through towering redwoods and quiet neighborhoods slowly come to life. Locals walk scenic coastal trails with a cup of coffee in hand. Families gather at nearby parks, and the sound of waves crashing against the cliffs is never far away. Welcome to McKinleyville, an unincorporated community in Humboldt County with a population of about 16,000 residents. Established in the late 1800s, the town grew from a small farming and logging settlement into one of the North Coast's largest residential communities. One fascinating historical fact is that McKinleyville was originally known as Minor until 1906, when residents voted to rename it after President William McKinley. Here's what I love about it. McKinleyville offers the perfect balance between peaceful small-town living and everyday convenience. The local economy is supported by healthcare, education, retail, tourism, construction, and services, while nearby Arcata and Eureka provide additional employment opportunities. Housing prices are generally more affordable than many California coastal communities, with median home values typically ranging from the mid-$400,000 to low $500,000. Zillow trends continue to show steady demand thanks to the town's desirable location, strong community feel, and easy access to both the Pacific Ocean and Redwood National and State Parks. Imagine spending weekends exploring Hammond Trail, watching sunsets at Clam Beach County Park, or chatting with friendly locals at neighborhood cafes and farmers markets. Annual community celebrations and holiday festivals bring residents together throughout the year, reinforcing the welcoming atmosphere that defines the town. Of course, the cool, rainy winters and limited nightlife won't appeal to everyone. But if you're looking for a place where breathtaking scenery, friendly neighbors, and a relaxed pace of life come together, McKinleyville may be the ultimate hidden gem of California's Lost Coast and Redwood country, and perhaps the perfect place to begin your next chapter. As our journey through California's Lost Coast and Redwood country comes to an end, one thing becomes clear. These towns offer something that can't be measured by population or property values alone. Picture this: quiet mornings beneath ancient redwoods, peaceful walks along rugged coastlines, friendly conversations at local cafes, and a lifestyle where nature sets the pace instead of the clock. From the historic streets of Ferndale to the dramatic beauty of Shelter Cove and the welcoming communities of McKinleyville and Crescent City, each town tells a different story, yet they all share a deep sense of character and community. Of course, every place has its challenges, from remote locations to limited amenities, but for many people, those trade-offs are worth the slower, more meaningful way of life. If one of these hidden California towns captured your imagination, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us next time as we uncover more of America's best-kept small-town secrets.